Lee, fantastic performance today. Just the bounce back that you wanted from 2 defeats, and what a second half that was. It must have given you huge encouragement and all the best for the future, really, isn't it? If we carry on like that.
Well, yeah, people got fit. We've managed to bring a couple of players into the club. That helped massively. So that helps us. And we had. If you look at the team last week at Scarborough compared to the team today, the walking wounded have returned. We had 3 youth team players on the bench, which is great, and I like that. But really, we were down to the bare bones. We done a bit of work during the week. We went and played Daventry. Players returned again. We rested a couple, and players returning helps us. Now, conceding right on half time, I've got to say, you're thinking, oh my God. But
that must have changed your team talk quite a bit, really, because it was on the stroke at half time, wasn't it? It was a scramble as well.
Yeah, and I couldn't see it, and Brad said there was a foul on Harrison. But I went in the other room and sat down, had a little drink of water, and I thought, you know what, it shouldn't really change, because I still said, this is a game to just keep with it, keep your attitude right, play forward, and chase things down. The pitch was a bit lively in terms of it's dry and bobbly. Chase things down, high up the pitch, we're going to get our rewards. And we worked on set pieces midweek. We always talk about set pieces anyway, but Keaton's delivery was great today on a couple of them.
Man of the match as well. So
yeah. Well, he played well.
Isn't it? He played well.
Oh, he played really well at Daventry when he came on. We played him centre forward. We kept him there today. He's got the option; he can drop in. But what he's got a willingness to run. And I think the goal, Brad plays it into Ty, set back to Keaton. And they're worried about his pace, so they're backing off, and he just ran. And
you mentioned Brad. I mean, he got the opener, didn't he? And again, his aerial dominance paid off, and it was a well-taken goal. And right after half time, so that we concede one, we get one. Minutes each half. That was great. Perfect start.
Yeah, it was, and it just gives us a lift. And look, I think we could have got another couple. They've had a couple of shots at the end, but you always do.
A bit nervy, wasn't it?
Well, it is nervy because look, they're chasing the game, so they changed the system and go with 3 up and 1 just off. And they've got nothing to lose, and we've done it before. So
said to you last week at Scarborough that Spennymoor have unbeaten at Latimer Park. You've got that statistic out the way. We had a win here now, so that must be good as well. I mean, it's a good lift for the fans as well, isn't it? Decent attendance, and they stuck by us.
I thought the fans were great, and when they're back behind that goal down there, the way we started the second half, I said, get them with us. You get them with you, just running around tackling, they'll come with us. And that you could hear them, and they were vocal, which was good. And but we spoke on Thursday about the perception and the reality. The perception is that we've been beat 6-1, 5-0, and all of this sort of bubble grew up about it. And I said, lads, the reality is we beat the best team in the league here last game out. We were depleted. We had people carried off, concussed, stretchered off at Kings Lynn. We went to Scarborough when you were on the bus without a real 15.
I was in the team at one point.
Yeah. Well, you heard it, and people having fitness tests. So I said the reality is we've had to take a few knocks, but the perception can become the reality if we don't do the business today.
2 new guys came on, did well. Well, I mean, Ibrahim was immense, wasn't he? Really, for his first home fixture, really, and you brought Ty on later on, did well, I thought, as well as a forward, and of course Kemi didn't get on, but it's nice to have that sort of back on the bench, isn't he? You've still got Harry Riley to come back in. Cam's still got to come in. You've got one out on loan still, to maybe come in as well. There might be people coming in. So it's a different scenario for you.
It was, the feel about the group's been really good. But I hear what you're saying, because if Neil hadn't gone on loan, he'd have been involved. He'd have been playing. So that's one of Sod's law, if you like. It's unfortunate for Neil. Ty came in. Kemi comes in, who's been about, good player, and Ibrahim comes in. Ibrahim. Unsure of the right wing back position, but he does a great job.
Still got Sharpie and Dakari.
Sharpie and Dakari in the wings.
Is he a week away, Dakari, do you think?
I think Dakari will be fit for next Saturday.
Yeah. Another option, isn't it, as well?
Well, it's a great option, because what we have got is we've got Jordan can link play. We've got Keaton, Ben Salt, Dakari, good runners. On Tuesday night, I think we'll have a little chat about just keeping our feet on the ground. We know where we're at. We've played the last 4 games before this was 4 of the top 6 at the time: Leamington, Kings Lynn, Scarborough, Kiddie. I don't want to forget that one. And I'm sure the fans don't.
Let's forget that one.
Yeah, but that's 4 of the top 6 we played, and in the 2 of the games we weren't at full strength. Oh, sorry, no. One of the games we were certainly not at full strength. In the Leamington away, we actually played quite well.
Forward, of course, as well.
Yeah, forward. So we've played in Alfred. We've played most of them teams that. So there's teams around about us. There's teams we've got to go to, but I said to the boys today, it doesn't matter who we play. Your effort levels need to be at that. They need to be at that level to win a game.
It was certainly at the level of the second half of the Kings Lynn game, and you could tell with the excitement on the faces of the players, couldn't you? And that's what we need to continue. You've said consistency, now they've got to do that, haven't they?
Yeah, it's consistency with young players, it's consistency with the group, consistent messages, and, you know, we'll go to Chester now and we'll have a go.
It'd be nice to go there with a fit team, because last year we didn't and we got humped there.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. That's nice. That's nice. Look, let's just enjoy tonight.
Oh, exactly.
And let's just enjoy tonight. And the physios have worked really hard. The staff have worked really hard.
Good to see Gasper back as well. He played well, didn't he?
Well, I think the lads look up to him, need him there, just talking, and you see him when you feel better when he's there. And that's a big thing.
Marvellous, great result. Well done, Lee. It's good to be on a winning and a smiler, isn't it? For pity we're not on the bus, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, well, you'd be on in the wine.
Sorry about that, but great. We'll see you on Saturday at Chester, and let's hope we can continue this little run of another win. Nice win on the travels, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 2 out of 3 we've had in the league here. Last 3 league games, 2 out of 3 wins, I think now, with the 2 here. And now we go to another difficult place, but I'm sure someone said it's a nice pitch and so
one half's in Wales and one half's in England.
Is that true?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there we are. But well done, brilliant.
Right.
Thank you, Lee. Cheers. Keaton, man of the match, and deservedly so. It was an inspired second half performance and a cracking winner from yourself, and must have been a delight to play in, especially after current events with the team.
Yeah, no, it's a delight to play every game. I just think that just take each game as it comes. Obviously, we've had poor results, we know that, and we're probably not where we should be. But a new group coming together, 3 months ago now, 4 months ago, he was never going to get to where we wanted to be quickly, but we're starting to get there. And I just think people need to back us a little bit more. I get fans coming and they're frustrated, and I'm frustrated more than anyone. I hate losing more than anything. I take it home with me, it ruins my weekend. But I think the more people like they were today, the fans were unbelievable. Spurred us on, especially second half, singing and cheering and getting behind us, and I think that's what we need.
But you scored the goal on Tuesday, didn't you, against Daventry in the Senior Cup, but this one was a special one, wasn't it? You ran and you kept going. I kept saying, hit it, and eventually you did. It was a beauty, and fully deserved, considering the amount of pressure we put on in that second half. But prior to that, just before half-time, it was... on the half-time whistle, it was almost disaster. Well, it was disaster, wasn't it? It was a bit of a scramble. Yeah,
no, it was a disaster. I think I've just said on the radio that first half I think was better than them, but knew that we could go up another probably 2 gears, which we did second half, and probably thought it was a little bit comfortable because we was getting on the ball, we was getting in behind. Me and George played together so well because we probably helped being at Mansfield together for 3 years, and it's that connection that I'm talking about with new players, and it comes together well. And then that happened just before half time, and it's a kick in the nuts, but we know what it is. We go in at half time, the gaffer just says relax, says you've done well, I can't come in shouting and screaming, and I think that's what he does so well. He gets behind us even our worst times. He tells us when we need telling, like last week. I knew I weren't at my best last week against Scarborough, and I think him telling me and saying it in his interview, that then makes me want to go and prove him wrong. And I think that's what he does so well. Me and him get on. I think he's a great bloke, and he's the man that's going to get us out of what we're in.
Yeah, I think so. I interviewed him last week. Obviously, he said that, didn't he? But you're right. I mean, that's the spur you need, isn't it? And it paid off. You were brilliant today, and awarded man of the match. There's a little one down there for you. But it's great, isn't it, to get back on the winning trail, smiley faces, and especially after a couple of poor results. Which, let's be honest, we were quite strong today. We had players coming back from injury that helped. We had Gaza back in there and Cooke's back in the side, and a couple of new faces as well to sort of alleviate the gloom, and it paid off really well in front of a decent gate as well.
Yeah, decent gate, and then getting behind, isn't it? That's what I mean. You get players back in. We have been playing. Gaff calls it the walking wounded, and I do agree with him. But on the same foot, you've got to think that we play with what we've got, and we trust ourselves that we're a lot better than what we've shown in the last 2 Saturdays. And now I look at it that. Yeah, it was a cup game the other night, but we're now 2 wins in the last 5. We got 3 wins out of 5.
Two wins successfully at home in the league.
Yeah,
Kings
exactly.
Lynn and Spennymoor.
Exactly, and that's the thing that even I forget sometimes, and I know fans do, and it frustrates them, and it frustrates me. Don't get me wrong.
But a great result, well done for your man of the match, and
Thank
let's
you
hope we
very
can continue that at Chester. And I suppose you'll be texting me on Monday for some photos.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Great performance.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Cheers.
Cheers.